Hi, I'm back. Done a couple of these tonight. I just feel like playing games today. But I specifically wanted to do something and talk about my new toy and kind of what it means, what it does, how it works, and I wanted to give a really great example of what we're looking at in the world of VR. Virtual reality. Now, I want to tell a story, talk a little bit about the experiences I've had so far. I got my HTC Vive about a week ago. It was last week on Thursday. I actually quit a job and got a new job, and to celebrate, I went out and irresponsibly bought a VR. You're welcome. I try these things so that you don't have to, or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. But I got it about a week ago. I picked up a couple of very specific games with it. Games that we have enjoyed immensely since I got them. My family, the two children, 13 and 8, the boy, kid, occasionally you'll see him sit behind me playing Overwatch or something. My daughter, the two of them were very into playing it. They wanted to try it right away when we got it. My wife, she doesn't play video games. She hates video games. And it's not so much that she hates them. It's just, I don't have time for it. It doesn't interest me. I don't really care. I don't do that kind of stuff. So part of the goal was to get things that they would want to do. Not just, Dad's going to pick up Elite Dangerous and Star Trek Bridge Crew. And the hell with whatever the rest of you guys want. I don't care. That's not what happened at all. Picked up Audio Shield. Got the Tilt Brush drawing program, the art program that Google put out for it. There's a really great video. I think it's Glenn Keane is the guy who made it. He drew Beauty and the Beast, a bunch of other things. Just Google VR Beauty and the Beast, and you'll find a great YouTube video about how this Tilt Brush program works, how it works in space, and how you can do art in virtual reality. It's really, really incredible. We picked up Space Pirate Training, which is really, really fun. It's almost like Galaga in VR. The things just come flying at you, and you're shooting at them and doing things. Eventually, I got Super Hot VR. Right after that came out for the system. I bought it the week that Star Trek Bridge Crew and Super Hot VR came out, which was awesome. And yeah, we've been playing it. It's not just for me. We've all been playing it, trying to do this. I played... Oh, and I got Vanishing Realms, which is incredible. Game is so good. I absolutely love it. I had a few titles from before. I had No Limits Roller Coaster Simulator. We've ridden some roller coasters. My daughter thinks it's great. We put this little mini fan I have going over here. We put that down. Speaking of which, I'm going to move that. We put the fan down in front of you. You sit on the stool and you just VR. Oh, woo. My daughter will put her hands in the air, and it's really funny to watch. So that's really cool. But a couple months ago, this is a story I wanted to tell. I went over to a friend of mine's house. They had purchased an HTC Vive. They got Vanishing Realms, the game. I sat upstairs and played it for almost 2 hours. And after about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour 15, I was completely hooked. I thought it was the coolest thing I've ever seen. I remember the first time I saw a 3D TV in a 3D movie, I thought, God, this sucks. This is going to be the thing that skips a generation, and nobody really wants to deal with this kind of technology. It's just doesn't work the right way. It doesn't mess with all that stuff. The first time I played the newer sets of VR, I mean, I played a VR when I was like 13, back when everything looked all cubish and, was ridiculous. Back then it wasn't a big thing or whatever, but I played Vanishing Realms for an hour, and I had to have one. I knew I had to have one. I went out and bought a new video card that next week in preparation for it. It took me a couple of months after that, but I picked mine up, and I absolutely love it. My family loves it. We all play it. We love it. The thing I like, and I've not ever used an Oculus, so before we get too far down, somebody wants to, bitch at me and go, well, the Oculus and the touch controllers are so much better than whatever. I don't care which one you get, honestly. The technology is so much fun to use that get whichever one you can. If the preference is Oculus, good for you. Get one. If it's Vive, good for you. Get one. I've got, a majority of my games on Steam. Almost 1,000 now. The push to 1,000 is real. I'm at let me get you the exact number. Hang on. Library. 986 games. I'm almost to 1,000. Almost there. And picking up VR games this week has been, a great contribution to that. Let's see, in the long run, what all do I have here? Picked up some free games, the Lab, the Google Earth VR, came with Everest VR for free. Let's see, Accounting, which is some foul-mouth thing about accountants. I don't know, it looks crazy. What else I did buy Abduction from the creators of Myst. It's a point-and-click kind of adventure game, which would lend itself to VR in a huge way. And based on how the headset works and how everything works with it, I wish they'd bring a version of Myst to VR, because I would completely lose it. I think I loved that game when I was a kid. I already had Project Cars. Portal Stories is free. I picked that up. NVIDIA VR Funhouse was also free. Rec Room was free. Richie's Plank Experience came with my VR. Space Pirate Trainer I already mentioned. That's a great game. Star Trek Bridge Crew I did buy. Super Hot VR I picked up. Tilt Brush I bought. Vanishing Realms, Waltz of the Wizard. Which is a free-to-play version of some stuff. It looks pretty cool. I like it. The Lab is actually really fun. I didn't think it would be, but it is. For a free game, they did a really, really good job of making something with that. But the game I'd like to play today is Star Trek Bridge Crew. Give you an idea of what that looks like. Hopefully the screen will be able to show you what this looks like. And I got to do a little setup here to make that run. So bear with me. Another thing to keep in mind too, I'm going to switch over to the game, and try and, let's see here. I'm going to switch over to the game. I'm going to put the headset on to play. I'm going to get out the Vive controllers, which, yeah, I should show you this as well. These are the two HTC Vive controllers. They're not touch controllers, but they're point and click. They do certain things. Let's turn them on. I'm going to get into the headset. You'll be able to see me with the headset on, but I will not be able to see you. I will not interact with the chat. I will not be a part of, you know, whatever's going on. You will see me interacting with the game, and I will try and be as lively and silly about that as I can be. But I can't make any promises. So let's start with headset. Rather than doing... Actually, you know, I probably could do the audio straight out of this. I wonder how that would work. I'm going to do this anyway, just to stay continuity-wise with it. I need to adjust it. I think my son was the last one using it, so... Oh no, it was me. It fits right over my glasses. How nice. Headset. So one of the nice things about Star Trek VR, it is not a motion game when it comes to having a space to move around you. I can sit in my chair. I can play it. You can enjoy it. I can do my headphones as well, which I can already hear the Star Trek sound. Let's fade this over. VR headset removed. Put on your VR headset to continue. Okay. I now have two controllers here. Resume playing. How do I don't want to exit. I want to play. Play in VR. I have one new item in my inventory. Here comes the game. Okay. Whoa. Here we go. Yeah, you can see my Steam list right there. Okay. Here we go. And you can kind of see me moving around with that. And at any given time, if I turn my head this way and I push the button, it'll recenter. I turn my head this way, I can recenter it, which is really nice. I'm gonna do my best. I gotta move back a little so I don't hit the table. Hopefully, though, you can see this. I'm gonna lift this real quick so I can check. Yep. I love the fact that Red Storm Entertainment made this. Those guys are great. Now, something you can do with this game, I'm not going to do it right now, but you can join a lobby with up to 4 people, and each one of you can assume a role on the ship. This is awesome. Fingers. Do the solo adventure. We're going to see what there is to see. Now, I'm sorry if you don't get the same effect because you don't have the headset on. I want to double check and make sure that's still running. Still running. Okay. Campaign missions on the Aegis. You can do this ongoing voyages, which will randomly generate. It'll randomly generate scenarios for you to enjoy. You can see up there, that's the Aegis. That's my ship. Oh, I moved my headset out of bounds. I love black screen. Move this cable around. Whoa!
Captain's log, Stardate 225-8.161. My crew is assembled, and we're preparing to disembark on our expedition to the trench. Before we depart, however, Starfleet Command has asked us to complete one final exercise to confirm the Aegis's fitness for the mission ahead, and undoubtedly to test the readiness of her captain and crew.
I'm the captain. So, New
Captain, we
content.
have a message incoming from Deep Space K7. Opening channel.
On screen.
We have a freighter coming into dock, and we've had a little trouble lately with smugglers trafficking invasive species. On your way out, I think it'd be best for everyone if you could just verify the ship isn't carrying any wildlife.
Okay, so let's go to my local. Right there, that is the ship I need to scan. I need to pull this up, analyze the target. That guy, that one right there. It's gonna maneuver us over there. Whoa.
I am not detecting any unusual life forms aboard the freighter, Captain.
I'll let K7 know the ship's clean.
Magnify. Target. Let's look at the exterior of the ship. Think we can blow it away? I don't think we can either. Alright. Objectives. Warp to Gamma Hydra to continue patrol. That was weird. Okay guys, I'm gonna pause this for a second. I should hopefully be back.